Okay. Hello and good evening, everyone. On this
Ooh,
live stream, I am Old Man Strikerbolt.
I am Kendra of the Fabled Flame. I should really come up with a screen name.
Yeah, we'll work on it. We'll workshop it.
We'll workshop it, yeah.
That's okay. I still can't think of a name for this Monday show where we talk about Dungeons and Dragons and all sorts of neat stuff.
Dungeons and Siblings isn't too bad, I guess.
Okay, whoops. There we go.
Although I'm more of a fan of maybe Siblings and Dragons because, well, I like dragons, so.
That's true.
And yes, I laugh at my own jokes.
Well, so anyway, yeah, but yeah, welcome to the show. Tonight we're going to be talking about all sorts of fun and cool combos that you can pull off in 5th edition with class and items or spells and such. Before that, though,
Your feats.
gonna do the regular plugging of some dope-ass candles. I'll come up with better plugs later.
Well, yeah, so my thing is making D&D candles for your Dungeons & Dragons games. Enjoy. I make your table smell good. So, yeah, there's about, well, I guess just about 2 weeks left for the seasonal scents, dragons. I've got dragons on my mind. Candles of Autumn Harvest, and then that will go away October 31st, and then on the 1st will be I'll be transitioning into my winter line, which is Candles of Winter Nights, and I've got some really awesome scents in there that I'm really super excited about. That I can't wait to share. I did announce them on my Twitter, so that was cool. And yeah, so I've got some really exciting ones. If you want to check out my Twitter, I'm at Craft Candles, and yeah, and you can see the full list there. Okay, enough plug. Let's talk D&D.
Let's talk D&D. All right. So tonight's just talking all sorts of cool stuff you can pull off, usually in combo in 5th edition. Now, when trying to come up with these combos, it's actually a lot harder in 5th edition to come up with cool combos with items, because in 5th edition it was designed to put a lot more focus on the characters than on the stuff they find.
But it is doable.
It is doable. Not saying it's impossible. It's very doable. Just 5th edition was definitely more focused on class abilities more than anything else. But like we said, it's not impossible. There's all sorts of fun combos to come up with. For example, a very popular one. I'm going to pull up a character here. Stabs the Bugbear. Something I prepped ahead of time, gave him Belt of Storm Giant Strength for damage. And a pike, something with reach. The reason for that is because, let's see if I can pull up here. There you go. Early on as a fighter, made him a fighter because of this combo I'm going for, Fighter Cavalier. Early on gave him defeats Polearm Master and Sentinel.
Oh, that's such a vicious combo.
It's such a vicious combo. You take a weapon with reach, a polearm, specifically glaive, halberd, quarterstaff, spear. I should have given him that. Whoops, hell. But anyway. Where'd it go? Whoops, features and traits, feats. I'm not done with you. There we go.
Come back.
Oh, sorry. It's not. Sorry, it does work with pike as well. Okay.
Yeah, well, Pike has reach, so yeah, it would work just fine.
Just reading what the feat specifically says.
Ah,
But when a creature enters your reach, you get an attack of opportunity. Now, normally those go off only when they leave your reach. But
your melee range?
yeah, your melee range.
Yeah.
But with Polearm Master, it's when they triggers when they go in, and this combos so wonderfully with the feat Sentinel. Because when you trigger an when an opportunity attack is triggered with Sentinel, they don't get to disengage from you, so you still get that opportunity attack. And when you hit, you drop their speed to 0.
So you can keep them right there and just wail on them.
So you become this wonderful frontline fighter. And then combine... Now, here's the thing, though. Opportunity attacks is... You only get one reaction per full round. So if you use it on one person's turn, you can't use it on another person's turn. That's why you combo it with the class... what's it?
Fighter?
The Fighter Cavalier. Now, some of that stuff might be focused on, having a mount, but what at level... Where is it? Here we go. They get the ability called Vigilant Defender at 18th level. So their, capstone subclass option is they get a special reaction that they can take once on every creature's turn except their turn to make opportunity attacks.
That's fun.
So now you're this frontline wall that no one's going to get past. And if you really want to mess with people, choose a Bugbear race, because they have a neat ability called Long Limbed. When they make a melee attack on their turn, your reach is 5 feet greater than normal.
So you now have a 15-foot range.
So on your turn, you have 15-foot range. Off your turn, it's a 10-foot range.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just preventing anyone from getting close. But you can take 1 step backwards and still hit them. And then they have to come back into your range and hit again. And you cross this line, you die. You cross this line, you die. You cross this line, you die.
You stay. You stay. You stay.
No. No. No.
No. So, yeah, that's a fun one.
It's a ridiculously fun combo. You don't have to be a Cavalier fighter. You just, the key parts are the 2 feats of Polearm Master and Sentinel. Just so that you can get those attack opportunities to keep anyone at range. The downside is, though, that's 2 ASIs that have to go into getting those feats, so...
More feats, ASI feats are fabulous. I more often than not, I spend my ASIs on feats anyway, just because it's fun.
Yeah. Well, I was going to is just, the feats go up, but you don't have those ASIs to spend on stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's one fun combo to mess around with. Do you have one you're thinking
Go ahead.
in mind?
I do, but I cannot remember. It's a Great Weapon Master combo, because I like Great Weapon Master a whole lot, but I cannot remember for the life of me what I was combining it with. So, I will talk about a second one that I have spoken about a million times, but it's not a feat. It's a spell and item combo. I'll talk about that while I'm looking for the other feat that I used with this, that I looked up ahead of time, and now I can't find it. So anyway, the spell item combo is using something that makes you fly, for a broom of flying, for example, and then an area of effect spell. Not area effect, sorry, aura type spell.
Aura type.
And
those of you not familiar,
so something
that
like
just means like
Spirit Guardians, or something that gives you that's centered on you. Yeah, a spell effect that originates on you and then has a radius. So, for example, my go-to is Spirit Guardians, because it's a 15-foot radius, not a diameter, a radius. So that's really nice, because that's all it's basically a bubble of damage and slowing around you, but you can effectively hover, say, like regular monsters that like have a 5-foot range, a melee range. You can strafe them at like 10 feet above their heads and just hit them all with your spirit guardians while you're flying past on your broom. Not only do you not provoke opportunity attacks, but you also damage them because it's triggered when they either enter your spell range or start their turn there.
Yeah,
so
first time on a turn, or they start their turn.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yep.
take the damage.
So you can effectively just get everybody with the 50-foot fly speed, or almost everybody, damage them all, and then because it's a concentration spell, so it's kept up, you can sling other spells, such as like a guiding bolt here and there, or you can throw your healing words, or you can say on your turn use your movement to strafe everybody, and then but your friend over here needs a heal because they're really down. You can land behind them, so you're still out of melee range from the bad guys, heal your friend with like a cure wounds, and then still be ready to take off, fly again, and anything that's around your friend within that turn will start their turn in the damage area, which means they'll get another round of damage on their turn. So it's a really fun and effective combination. It's my very, very favorite ever. So that is the big one for that's a big one as far as just a spell and item combo that I really love. So
Fun fact
that was
because you said concentration.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a lot of options for bonus actions, another fun thing to combo with concentration spells, spiritual weapon.
Oh god, I love spiritual
Because
weapon.
it sticks around for a minute, just like any other concentration spell, but you're not concentrating on it.
Yeah, it's just a conjuration. It sits there for the entire term, and you don't have to. Yeah. So it can be used in combination with concentration spells.
Yeah. So if you've got bonus action that you're not using for anything, that. Let's see, another one.
Yeah. You go with the next one. I gotta find this combination. My head's going to explode if I don't find my combination again. Already. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
While you're looking for that, I'll go ahead and talk about another spell and class combination. And this is for the sorcerer. As long as you've got at least 2 levels in sorcerers and can cast 3rd level spells. Oops, class feature. Let's see where it is. I'm sorry, 3rd level. As long as you have 3 levels in sorcerer and can cast 3rd level spells. So usually, like at this point, 5th level sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
The Metamagic Twinned spell. Combine that with any concentration spell that is a buff of some sort. Haste, invisibility, what have you. Because technically speaking, it was one spell, but you've got 2 targets with it, so you can haste 2 people at the same time as a sorcerer.
That's always nice.
Or, make 2 things invisible at the same time. And let me tell you, I love haste. Sure, downside is like once you end it, like it wears off and you're like basically stunned for a round. But cast that on like your melee fighters, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Especially throw it on a monk. Ooh.
On a monk, on a paladin, on a fighter.
Mm.
Yeah, it's ridiculously wonderfully awesome stuff. Actually, on a ranger too, that'd be a lot of fun if they focus on bow and arrow. Yeah, that's a fun little combination. What was another one? Oh yeah, this one is more like numbers oriented. just sticking around with how high I can pump numbers up. In the case of spellcasters, it's getting that your hit and damage up. Or not damage up. I mean specifically getting that. I can words, I promise. Your 2 hit rolls and your difficulty check rolls. And the best way to do it is as a warlock, because of equipment go. 3 items. They'll take up all of your attunement slots, but that's worth it. And this is just like 4 silly like theory builds, by the way. You won't start off with this stuff. But Wand of the War Mage, Rod of the Pact Keeper, and Robe of the Archmagi. Rod of the Pact. The reason why I went with Warlocks because Rod of the Pact Keeper, you have to be a Warlock for it, and it gives you a +3 bonus to spell attacks and DCs of your Warlock spells. Robe of the Archmagi provides an additional 2 for both of those on top of that. Wand of the War Mage, it doesn't improve DC difficulty checks, but it does give the +3 for your other regular spells. So if you're a caster that's focused on difficulty checks, or spells that require basically saving throws, Warlock's the way to go with Rod of the Pact Keeper and Robe of the Archmagi. Because, built right, if you got 5 charisma, 6 proficiency bonus, like I just grabbed Thunderclap because it was a spell that required a saving throw. That's a 24 con check to save.
It's gracious.
Since 5th edition's all about bounded accuracy, that's a ridiculously high roll. And then if you go to like Eldritch Blast, if you've also got Wand of the War Mage going, that's a +19 to hit. Which means that in a lot of cases, just don't roll a 1.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, there might be some cases where it's like, hey, don't roll anything less than a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Or in the case of my fake paladin, let's see. Under the most ideal circumstances, you'll need every point of that hit DC. Because, my fake paladin, his AC gets stupid high. Like, I mean, ridiculously, like, in the 30s. Because he's combined with, he's got haste going, and he's got the shield reaction spell, which gives him a +5 until the start of his next turn. Along with, like, ridiculous armor. It's silly.
That's fun, though. That's a lot of fun. Is this one, I guess?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I don't have this character saved anymore, but I think also once I did, like, a theory craft on, like, how high I could get initiative bonus up to.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I think I got it into, like, the high 20s.
Oh, goodness gracious.
But that was, like, I had to combine that with, let's see. I use Critical Role's Gunslinger Fighter because they get a bonus based on their wisdom. The Swashbuckling Rogue gets a bonus based on Charisma, I think. I know there's... It's either Wizard or Artificer. They get a bonus based on their intelligence. One of the subclasses, I mean.
Oh, of which one? Of the Artificer?
I think it was either Artificer or Wizard, but something that gave them intelligence both.
Ah.
Like they had a class ability that said, hey, add your intelligence modifier.
Oh, got it, yeah. Well, I know Wizard has something like that because their whole deal is intelligence.
Yeah.
Whereas the other casters are charisma.
Yeah, and then also like a couple levels in Bard because I think Jack of all trades affected it as well or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fun. Okay.
But yeah, and then on top of that, give them a Sentinel shield so that they get advantage on their plus 20 initiative check to guarantee that you go first in combat every time. Not like you can do much else, but you're going first every time.
Yeah, there you go. So, well, I cannot find, for the life of me now, the other feat that I wanted to combine with Great Weapon Master. So, I have another one that I think is kind of fun if you're doing a full-on ranged character. So, an archer or an arcane archer or ranger or something like that, and you're speccing them for. I always liked a combination of sharpshooter and crossbow expert together.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, it's kind of an obvious one. I think a lot of people have probably seen this already, but I like it because it takes away. You can, be way, way, way far back if you need to be, and just kind of pepper people with stuff. But if for some reason you get caught up close, you can get rid of that disadvantage of the creature being in melee range with you. So you can just, attack because it's all. I mean, you can still attack them with your main weapon, which is your bow or your crossbow or whatever, and just shoot them point blank. So that's always a combination that I really enjoyed. If you're going with just looking at just feats, that's always been a fun one for me. And I actually would like to use that combination at some point once I get around to making a ranged character like that.
If I ever do another gunslinger character, I'm probably going to multi-class it with either I'm probably going to multi-class it with either ranger or rogue.
Okay.
Because there's actually some neat spells that high-level rangers can get. Or was it bard? Maybe it was just bard, just so I could get access to those spells faster.
Yeah, bards are fun.
Yeah, be a lore bard and be like, yeah, I'll just take,
take this one, I'll take this one, and that one. Yeah.
Like 9 or 10 levels of bard, and you can have Swift Quiver faster than when a ranger gets it.
Yeah, there you go.
Granted,
so you could be just a ranged bard. Yeah.
So, but yeah, but that sharpshooter is a must-have if you're playing a ranged type person with like a bow or crossbow.
Yeah.
What was I thinking of? Oh, another fun one if you want to be a super ranged character. Again, this goes to Warlock, but this time it's all about the invocation. Give yourself Agonizing Blast for the bonus damage. And then, what was it called? There's the invocation, which increases the range of your Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Spear. Ups the range of your Eldritch Blast to 300 feet. And then take the feat Spell Sniper.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You are now, blasting off rays from 600 feet away. Like, if you really respect social distancing.
Yeah, right. Stay away from me.
And that's huge. Like back when we were playing all together in the same house, I had a character that was all about being a sniper. And ultimately, when it came to damage output, he was out-sniped by a ranger rogue, or out-damaged by a ranger rogue easily.
Yeah.
But when it came to range, though, it was, okay, here's everyone else here on the table on the grid. And then we could put my guy in another room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm not talking about another room on the map. I'm talking about in another room in the house.
Yeah. That actually reminds me, we never got the chance to actually put this into action, but I still would like to see a combination of a gunslinger and a cleric. The gunslinger
kind of did.
Well, we never did this, but I'd like to see it in one character, where you've got levels in gunslinger, levels in cleric, and you've got the long range bad news gun, and drop a silence 15 radius on yourself, and then start picking people off.
Once.
Did we?
Once.
Either way, it was really cool.
Vampire Goliath guy.
Yeah. Either way, it's really cool.
My character just didn't have enough levels in cleric to cast silence yet.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that would be a really fun one. Or, depending on when you have silence or whatever, dropping it on yourself and you need to shoot some people without alerting them, silencing the bang is a really fun idea.
Yeah. Oh, that was, yeah. That's, like, I think a tertiary reason why... No, the main reason why that character I started taking levels in Cleric was because Xanathar's came out and Forged Domain looks super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to pull that off so bad. We just didn't get enough levels for it.
Yeah. Let's see, what other fun combos with spells or items or feats or do you have up your sleeve there?
Let's see. I touched up on bards earlier. In that regard, bards make better range characters than rangers.
They can.
They absolutely... They because it's all because of that. I gotta find out if it's 9th or 10th level. I'm pretty sure it's at 10th level. Just pull it up here real quick. Magical Secrets. Yeah, Magical Secrets at 10th level. Because bards are full-on casters, whereas rangers are, I call, half casters, where they just get their progression in spell casting is
I think it depends on the subclass of the bard, because there are certain subclasses of bard where you're more fiery.
Bard gets Magical Secrets even sooner.
College of Swords, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But I'm pointing out specifically... Well, I'm not really pointing out a specific class here, because when you take Magical Secrets, it's for the level of spell casting you have access to as a bard. So if you went lore, you get it like much earlier on, but that's like your choice as a bard is like 3rd level spells and below. Any bard though gets it at 10th level, and by 10th level you have the ability to cast 5th level spells. Swift Quiver is a 5th level spell. So that's something that rangers don't get to like level 16 or 17, something like that. But if you want to be a Barcher. If you want to be a magical archer, Bard is like the way to go. Just because you can get it so much sooner by level 10. That said, actually, no, worth discussing a little bit too is there's not a lot of magical bows.
That is true. There is
just like I have to.
There's definitely a lack of
cool.
of ranged magical items. Yeah. What are you looking for?
you know, like sure you've got like an arrow of slaying, which is like, hey, bonus damage to a specific type of creature.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, very specific. Like you pick up the arrow of slaying, it'll it'll be like, hey, specifically for blue dragons or something like that.
Yeah.
Something the DM drops in if you want to do something cool against a super boss. Which the party will probably never use. They're like me, just hoard one time use.
The hoard it all.
But what if I
Well,
need
yeah,
it later?
that's
This is the final
that's
boss.
a throwback.
But what if I need it later?
That's right. That's throwback to, at least for me, to playing Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I hoarded everything. Healing potions? No, I don't use those. I'll just wait. I'll get to a place to save and sleep and all that stuff. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. I might need that later. All the time. I never spent money. I never sold anything. I never spent money. I never did any of that stuff. I had to have it all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done ranting. Sorry.
That's fine. I'm just going through the list of weapons looking for stuff that's ranged or whatever. And God, yeah, there just isn't a lot. I mean,
Yeah,
range, not
unfortunately.
like a
Yeah.
whip or a
Hey, what's your...
or a spear.
Mm-hmm.
But
Gonna be in there.
I think spears are chuckle or is javelins I'm thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
But like dwarven thrower, there's a few throwable weapons that just come back to you.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Then you can have Thor's hammer. That's awesome.
Thunderbolts is very clear on Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Fun fact about tuning the hammer Thunderbolts, though. You don't have to be tuned to giant belts of giant strength and gauntlets of ogre power. You just have to have them on you.
Interesting. Oh, that's weird.
Although you might as well be tuned to the belt of giant strength.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
You tuned to the gauntlets.
Oh yeah. The cat vomit.
You still gotta have them, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oathbow gives you advantage on attack rolls against a specific target.
No, it's just stuck it in.
Some items just make for good throwing. Arrows, plus one with arrows. Yeah. I think there's also one artifact.
Well, do you, off the subject of ranged weapons, do you have a favorite weapon you like to combine with any abilities or spells or feat of any kind, or do you have anything specific like that you like?
Not one specific combo. Trying to think. Yeah, not so much a specific combo, but something I would like to play sometime. It's part of like what's nicknamed as Nova damage. It's when you burn as much as you can to do a whole bunch of damage early on in combat or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's Hexblade Warlock, and a Paladin. And it doesn't have to be high level Paladin as long as you got like up to like 5th level spell slots or whatever with the Paladin. 5th level spell slots with the Warlock. So you're probably triple multi-classing here. But Paladins can smite.
Yes, smite is good.
Warlock
Smite is fun.
Evocation that gives him Eldritch Smite. Get the cantrip Booming Blade. And this is all class abilities again.
Yeah.
Get yourself also like no, fuck it.
Mace of Smiting.
Let's go 4 classes, get 3 levels in fire
Oh.
into champion, so you have expanded crit range. Let's get
Okay.
crazy here.
Sure.
And not that important if you're a Hexblade Warlock, if you Hexblade's Curse an opponent, because you'll get the expanded crit range that way.
Yeah, there you go.
So I guess not that big a deal. Okay, but yeah, get yourself a great sword, because fuck it.
Yeah.
At max level, a level 20th character, you use your booming blade attack, hit crit, expand both of your Eldritch Smite and your Paladin Smite at 5th level each.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, how much dice? How much dice is that? Let's see. Let me pull up the spell here. So let's say you hit on a crit. It's a great sword. So 2d6 great sword damage becomes 4d6 base damage.
Yeah. Okay. And throw in, since you've got the room, throw in the Great Weapon Master feat. So you re-roll 1s and 2s.
Rerolls 1s and 2s. Take the -5 to add a base +10 to the damage. Let's say it's a +3 great sword. Why not? So there's a base. You know what? Fuck it. Let's also add in the Storm Giant Girdle. So that's a base.
Oh, that's vicious.
9, 10, 11, 12, 22 points of damage. Raw right there.
That's if you roll lowest you can.
That's not even adding the dice. That's just they're taking 22 damage from the hit.
Yeah. That's if everything was 1s. Yeah. Which can't happen because you have Great Weapon Master. And you re-roll 1s and 2s. So actually your base is even higher because it would have to be at least a 3 to not re-roll.
Okay.
So you've got...
Yeah. But anyway, extra 3d8 from the Booming Blade cantrip of thunder damage. Which we're saying is crit. That's an extra 68 of damage.
Yep.
So we're at 46 plus 68. Pull up.
And remember, those 46 have a base of 3.
Yeah. So let's just say for each die, we'll just counts as a 3. Let's go like this is like crappiest luck possible.
Yes. Yeah. It's all 3s. You've re-rolled your 1s and 2s and you got 2 3s.
I wanted Warlock and I wanted Paladin. Let's see, where is it? Eldritch.
Trouble finding things tonight.
Eldritch Smite, yeah. Yeah, so you got the Eldritch Smite going, that's using a specifically Warlock spell slot. That's another 5d8 of damage.
Jeez.
Crit that's another 10d8 of damage.
Please. That's gonna hurt. A lot.
Yeah. And then Paladin Smites. Yeah, another 5d8 to, another 10. So let's see, that's 20... 26d8 of damage.
Plus the 46 with a base of 3 each, so that's a base of 12 right there, if you roll the lowest you can.
Yeah. Plus what we said earlier just from the raw numbers alone. 22?
Something to that effect, yeah. I don't know. It was dumb.
So 36 plus over 20 d8s.
That's
That's why they call it Nova damage.
Yeah. But then he's done for the rest of the time.
I mean, you've burned 2 spell slots in a single action.
Yeah. Well, can you do that? Can you?
You can.
You can? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
If built right, a Warlock Paladin can do an Elder Smite and a Divine Smite in the same turn.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Just because of how it's written.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you have to basically
that's
build
ridiculous.
For that, and it's like you are exploding all of your damage on this single attack.
Squish.
You're not going to have a lot left in you.
Yeah. You're going to go to the BBG and you're just going to be like, no.
Yeah. And it's going to be a ridiculous triple multi-class anyway with,
Yeah.
9 levels in Warlock, at least 3 levels in Paladin, and the rest dedicated to a charisma-based spellcaster like the Bard or Sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
To get you those enough levels to cast level 5 spells, or get you level 5 spells.
Got it. Okay. Why not just stay in Warlock?
If you stay Warlock, you don't get the Paladin Smite. And plus, Warlocks don't
No. I'm saying, why not stay with just Paladin and Warlock together? Why choose a third class?
Because Paladins are also half-casters.
Okay.
A level 12 Paladin has access to third level spells at most. Which means your if you go pure Warlock Paladin, because Warlocks have their own separate spell casting thing that doesn't mix. Like, Warlocks don't have regular spell slots, so when you calculate what spell slots you have...
Got it, okay. So that's a separate thing altogether. Got it, okay.
You'll have, by level 9 as a Warlock, you'll have level 5 spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
But a level 12 Paladin will only have level 3 spell slots, so that Smite can only be...
Goes up to level 3.
Yeah.
That's why you need a third class and then a caster that can get you up to level 5 spell slots. Yeah. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So, yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people do have that. Not a lot of people, but some people do that Warlock Paladin combo for that ridiculous Nova damage alone.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
Yeah. Oh, and then on top of that, it's even more damage if the target's undead. I just read that.
Yeah, that's true. Yep, that makes sense.
And then let's also say take the hit to the great sword, and let's say instead use the Sunblade or whatever, just because that'd be even more damage to undead targets.
Yeah, for funsies. That is definitely a caster. We're going up against Vecna, and I'm planning for this from level 1 all the way.
I want the fight with Vecna to last 1 turn.
Yeah, I am focusing on Vecna. This is my plan. Just get me there.
All right, guys, take 10 while I calculate how much damage I did here. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah. Go get some snacks.
Get snacks. If someone can get me a calculator.
Drink some water. Drink your water. Hydrate. So, yeah, that's a fun one. That one's interesting.
Yeah, there's all sorts of fun multi-class combos.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I just wish I could remember. Oh, here's something that's kind of fun. I like that. I'm very excited to try at some point. I want to make a College of Whispers bard. So, the spy class, basically. And then I want to grab the actor feat and a hat of disguise. So, I mean, that's pretty simple, but I still want to play with it.
Yeah, worst case scenario, without the hat of disguise, you can take a couple levels in Warlock and...
Oh, Mask of Many Faces?
Mask of Many Faces it.
Yeah. Well, and there's spells that I could do too, but a hat of disguise I want specifically so I don't have to use spell slots.
Right. Yeah.
to change my appearance. But yeah, I would love to do that, and then do like a high intrigue spy campaign where you have to sneak around and do stuff. I think that would be a lot of fun.
That'd be interesting. That'd be a good one to
Yeah.
do too.
Yeah. So either that or just play straight up con artist. So take the charlatan background with the with either the College of Whispers, or there's a spy one for rogues too. But I think I'd want to go with rogue.
I believe that one is Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, I think.
Check it.
Yeah.
Let's see. They got the insightful fighting.
Yeah. I think it might have been Inquisitor.
Maybe not so much Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm. No, maybe it wasn't Inquisitor. There's a sneaky one that's more of spy. It's not Inquisitor. That's spy oriented.
Like investigators.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was the investigator. Yeah, no, it was that one then. But that one, not so much high intrigue as, as an investigator, though, trying to infiltrate places to get your information. Get your information. And, basically with a lot of deception involved with that one, too. So, and that's why you want the How to Disguise, because then you don't need spell to change your appearance. And you can combine that with the actor feat, and then some of their little special things that they had going on there. And then also, I think add into that, it's from Xanathar's. It's the Fade Away fee. That one's fun. So if you actually do get cornered and you're stuck in a fight, you can go invisible after once you attack. If you're attacked, you immediately can become invisible, so you can sneak off, disengage, and sneak off.
Maybe assassin might be what you're looking for. They got a cool 13th level ability called Imposter.
Maybe it was assassin. I don't remember.
They got the imposter ability, so they can mimic a person's speech, writing, and behavior.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, combined with actor and the hat, yeah, that would work. So, I knew it was something. I just couldn't remember. See, everyone, you can tell. Old Man Strikerable will research this and have it prepped ready for till the nth degree. I just have random thoughts pop in my head and remember bits and pieces of different things I've read in the Player's Handbook or in Xanathar's, and just run from there.
It's just I
like this idea.
I've read stuff and thinking about all sorts of hilarious things I can come up with, which is why I have 74 characters here, and I only play like 4 of them.
Yeah. You need to find 70 games.
Yeah, I just need 70 more games to test all this stuff with.
There you go, right? It'll be fine. You can do it.
Well, I
play
too much time
2 or 3 all at once.
Those, yeah.
So
That,
that's why you hand some of them off to me.
Yeah. And of course, I also watch people on YouTube who go off with their own combos on it. Oh, that's fun. I'll build a character based around this combo and see what else they can do.
Mm-hmm. See what all is available. So, well, I think we've talked about.
Sorry, I just got distracted with.
you got sucked in, didn't you?
Like, oh hey, maybe I'll build a gunslinger that doesn't have any levels in fighter, because they've, for that sort of thing.
Yeah. This is fun. Well, I think we've kind of beaten this subject to death. Had a lot of fun talking about these things, and
I had fun discussing, throwing around these ideas as well.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah.
So those of you that did watch, thank you so much for watching.
And thank you to those who catch this on the VOD.
Yep. And I'll be sure to make sure that this gets uploaded to YouTube, which reminds me I've got to go make sure a whole bunch of other videos got uploaded correctly. Like, I know I uploaded them and got the email saying, hey, this uploaded successfully, but I don't think I made it visible yet. Whoops.
Oopsie. Oopsie daisy.
But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, tuning in. I should be back Wednesday with a game. I haven't decided yet. It's probably going to be Final Fantasy 14 because I got sucked back into that real quick. Which, fun fact, the third expansion, Stormblood, has an amazing story. So, although it's probably going to be me wrapping up like side quests and trying to level up other classes. But anyway.
Well, you'll have to do all the side quests before you do the main story. That's how you complete it all.
No, I mean, I ended up doing only... with the latest expansion... it's another story for another time. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I'm Old Man Strikerbolt.
I am Kendra the Candlemaker. I don't know, I'll figure something out eventually.
Work on it. And thank you much for tuning into the retirement home. Y'all have a good night.
Night.